Whoops, sorry I'm late. I was getting trail mix. There we go. I'm not gone. Just opening a bag of trail mix and then putting trail mix in a bowl, talking to my wife, blah 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 blah. You know, stuff and things. But give me but a moment. Because I'm going to post this in some various discords. Is this where it goes? Yeah. Do that. I'll go to here. Go to here. Pop that in there. God, there's so many I can put them into now. If only I could make a bot. But I can't. I'm gonna keep saying that every time. There we go. Okay. Collapse that, collapse that. Am I a bit quiet today? Weird. Oh, maybe it's because I'm talking over here. Hold on. How's that? Is that better? Excuse me. Okay, close that. Hit the play button on here. There. I also turned up the mic gain. I need my mouse. There we go. Shush you up. Alright. Shardlight. Ahoy! Ahoy? Sure. Now what did I go with? Was it center left or was it a bottom last time? I don't remember. It's alright. Just got Alt tab here. One more time. There we go. Okay. I like my save game titles sometimes. Okay, so... Right, we had to... Can't get into there yet. Can't do anything with that. We did something with Fripp Square. Well, let's just recount a little.
Beware the red-eyed ravens. They mean the reapers.
Bed. Car. I'm just checking to see if I didn't miss grabbing something obvious. Tool rack. Oil cans, PC. Doesn't look like it. Okay.
The reaper watches from the skies and sends ahead his birds. They let him know when some...
What got me? I got bucket. I got gun. Chalk. Lighter ticket. Crossbow. Okay. Actually, hey bud. Your chalk back?
Here, I think you dropped this.
Oh.
Oh, sweet. I was gonna go back tonight and steal... I mean, I was gonna think about what a shame it was that I didn't have any more chalk.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm glad I saved you the trouble at any rate.
Oh, there's an achievement for that. Cute. Chalk it up to kindness. That's a good achievement title. That's very good, actually.
Must be some kind of drain. It doesn't...
That's not my fault, in case you...
I wasn't, but...
Right, have a nice
Are
nap.
you gonna leave me here with the gas on? Are you trying to kill me?
Fine.
Don't get into any trouble, Denby.
Okay, back to Fripp Square.
I help you with?
I've got some news for you. I've got the perfect life.
You, of all people, have the perfect life? I guess that really is news.
Can I hear some?
Very well. Right now, the Ministry of Terror is the weather, and so.
Okay. So is it like one of these?
Could you repeat?
Okay.
I thought this one would have been...
This concludes the news bulletin.
I did this, right? Well, I did that. Then these ladies.
I'd sooner cut off.
Did no one teach you that it's rude to stare? Ugh, please stop staring at me.
I'd sooner.
Stare harder. What if I just shoot
Can't
him?
just go around shooting people. The
I mean-
pistol is only slightly damaged. Should be useful if I need to let.
What if I...
I don't think she'd
Threaten
be
them.
interested in that. I don't think.
How about a bucket? You want a
I don't
bucket?
think. I don't want to throw that. I don't see how it. This is the intersection of Jordan Street and Booth Avenue. That's Nero's banner. He's in charge of the.
There's nothing to do with the old man now, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry.
Hello, miss. Oh, what can I do for you?
Have a nice day, sir.
You too, my dear.
All right.
You know, I have to admit, this one is kind of cute. I'd rather not get too.
Coward.
I'd rather not get too close. Hello.
Man,
Can I hear?
very well. Right now, Ministry of Terror is the
How about?
Fine.
Attention citizens, the Ministry of Energy released a report saying that as a result, more power. This concludes the new...
Like, is it like one of the news bulletins?
No, you absolutely must
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure of the next step here.
Excuse me.
What is it?
I just have to say, I've got the perfect life.
Good for you, miss. Now please, move along.
Keep up the good work.
Have a nice day.
Okay. So I've got literally nothing I can say to him.
Even if it.
Can't go in there. There's nothing else to do on this map. Is there someone else I need to talk to?
Hello, Mer. Do you have any
Oh.
vegetables a raven might like to eat?
Ravens? Yes, I see them around my garden all the time.
Ah.
I love my alfalfa sprouts.
Have you got any for sale?
Sure, but take this bag. On the house.
Are you sure?
Yes, I owe you after helping me with the guard.
Ah.
It's the least I can do.
There we go.
You really shouldn't make trouble with the guards.
I'm not making trouble. It's them who are causing all the problems.
You know as well as I do, you haven't got a brother named Pavel.
Well, they need to understand that life's not easy for us. It's not like they do anything about it anyway.
Just try not to get so riled up, Marishka. He was trying to help you out.
Eh.
The day I take help from those dogs is the day I die.
I have to go now.
Okay.
She's
you come
growing
back
on
and
me.
see again soon, all right?
Gonna be honest. Like the cut of her jib.
May I?
So, alright. Nothing to do for him yet.
Hi.
Don't bother. The aristocrats cut out her tongue.
Oh.
God, that's awful. Why would they do that?
She used to work for the Ministry of Knowledge. She was caught stealing books, and that was her punishment. Apparently, Claudius did it himself. Ugly business.
Cool. Oh, I wasn't sure for that too. Hacked out your tongue. Yikes.
Hey.
Okay.
What do you want?
Keep on doing what you're doing.
Okay. Alright. Now we're gonna throw raven food at women. Apparently.
How's it going?
Not
See.
take.
Okay. Bye, Elam. Not Elam. Where am I going? Here. Fripp Square. Alright. Bird feed. At the women.
I don't want
garbage?
I don't.
Okay, fine. I'll give it to the man.
Excuse me, sir. I got this bag of alfalfa sprouts. You know, so you can feed the birds.
Thank you. This will certainly make the birds pleased.
I'd sooner cut off.
What does that do? Oh, there we go.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello, miss. Oh, what can I do for you?
That little raven up there isn't getting any food.
You're right. I'll toss some extra food closer to it so it can eat.
Excellent.
Those flying rats just knocked the waste bin over. Oh, the smell! Disgusting.
I would like to
I
note
hope
that
a
the
street
smell would have
cleaner
been
comes
just
to
as
clean
bad.
it up. Seriously. Well, it's about time someone came. Now, what was that you were saying, Genevieve?
I, for one, am glad that we'll be getting more power. I have.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Maybe, but it.
Alright. Now we know what we're doing.
Hello there.
May I?
Can I hear?
Very right, Mr. The
I mean, I could listen to all of these just
I
for
wanna
the
hear you.
gossip. Let's do that. Okay. Why not?
Excuse.
Hello.
One bird is eating. Throw the food over. Squawk, squawk, squawk.
Oh, they've
Not
not.
good. Okay.
It's terrifying to think that there would be such awful people out there wishing harm on us.
Oh, I know. I can't imagine how I'll be able to sleep tonight.
Bunch of laudanum.
Though I suppose there's something to be said for 6 inches of reinforced steel walls.
Not how I thought that sentence was going to end. Alright. In a genre of complicated plans, it's really up there. Yeah.
Hello.
This is a little ridiculous.
Minister,
But whatever.
So,
Let's get the goss.
I'd like to hear. Excuse.
Hello.
That.
I'm glad they don't have new thing for like, no, seriously.
I don't believe this. They're back.
You don't suppose? No, it can't be. A sign.
Don't be silly, Genevieve. Those are just superstitions. We're going to sit calmly and let someone clean this mess up.
Alright.
Do you believe in the Reaper, Flora?
Goodness, no. That's just a bedtime story to scare children.
I don't know. The other day, I could have sworn I saw a raven with red eyes staring at me.
Really, Jenny? I wouldn't have expected you to be the superstitious type. Please, let's talk about something else.
Our friendship is only so thin. Can't really handle matters of a religious or spiritual
Hello there.
nature.
May I?
Can I hear?
Right, Minister, Miss the way, and so.
I'll skip the weather.
Could you repeat, Silas Harrison?
Oh.
Excuse me.
One last time. With feeling.
I don't believe this. You don't be. We're going.
Well, little bird's not doing anything, though.
Can you believe Harrison kept his disease to himself?
I know.
Better than giving it to everyone else.
Last week. We'll need to go to the ministry and get checked.
Everyone on Threadson Street will. He should know better than to throw parties if he's got
Okay,
green
well,
lung.
never mind.
I'll bet his gardener gave it to him. His love of topiaries will be the death of him.
Interesting. A mansion on Threadson Street with topiaries. I just hope Harrison's tastes are unique. I don't think that would be... This is the intersection.
Where the hell is Threadson Street? No, okay. Probably on the map? Perhaps. Ask the
Hello.
crier. Oh, no, never mind.
got-
Alright. I have to go now. There we go.
I'm Dr. Collins from the ministry, here to see Mr. Harrison.
Of course. He's in his room. Just walk down the hall. It's the 4th door to the left.
Damn. Looks like I got here too late. But maybe there's still a way I can get close to the doctor without being seen.
Yeah, we're just gonna kill the servant here and...
Decadent. This...
Don't mind me.
Those vines are way too flimsy to support my weight. And either someone was careless, or I can't reach. This window looks into the kitchen. This window looks into a bedroom.
First floor bedroom, how gauche.
I haven't gotten
Oh, right.
those vines. They're creeping up the side of the mansion. So cliche. This one. Time to do a little peeping.
Ah! Okay.
Huh.
Oh. I didn't expect that. Yeah, well, let's check the other window then.
Good evening, Mr. Harrison. What seems to be the trouble?
You know damn well what the trouble is. I've got that blasted plague.
What symptoms have you been having?
Last week, the coughing started. Since then, it's only gotten worse. And yesterday, I hacked up some blood. I've had a fever all of today and haven't felt like eating anything since yesterday. Not to mention, I haven't been able to sleep a wink.
I see.
Oh, neat. We have a lot of those
Have you been in
symptoms.
contact recently with anyone showing symptoms of the disease?
Well, 2 weeks ago, I was relaxing outside in my yard when some vagrant came by to ask if I could spare any food. Well, naturally, I told him I couldn't, but he became belligerent when he heard that and spat in my face. To think, a man of my stature with green lung. I can't imagine the scandal.
Green lung doesn't discriminate, Mr. Harrison. It can affect anyone.
So can you do anything for me, Doctor?
Not to worry. You're in good hands. Your support of the Ministry of Knowledge means you'll receive only the finest care the government can offer. I'm going to give you a dose of vaccine. That should fix
Fucking
you up by
plutocracy.
morning, but you'll need to get another dose in about a month's time.
Why can't you eggheads at the Ministry of Medicine get off your collective asses and develop a cure already?
We're trying, believe me. This isn't an easy disease to cure, but the treatment works almost instantly. You'll see.
So I'm stuck getting this injection once a month for the rest of my life?
I'm afraid so, although I'm sure you'll agree that it beats the alternative.
Yes, well, that is true. I could be dying in the streets like those filthy mongrels in the quarantine zone.
Yes, with the monthly injection, you won't have to worry about entering the terminal phase.
Can we kill the old man?
Let's not think about that. A dreadful business, really. Let's focus on my treatment.
Of course. Just hold still a moment. There we go. You should feel like a new man in just a few hours. I'm going to leave an appointment card here for you. Just bring it to the Ministry of Medicine when you're due for your next vaccine dose.
Can't I send my servant to get it for me and bring it back here?
The green lung vaccine is a valuable commodity, Mr. Harrison. We don't release it to just anyone.
So can't you just come back and shoot me up when it's time? I don't want to have to go all that way.
We'll see. I know you've curried favor with the aristocracy, but I'll leave
This man is a child. He's a little weenie baby.
And I'll leave a little something with your butler to help you sleep. But give the vaccine a few minutes to circulate before you take it.
Thank you, Doctor.
Oh, good. Let's drug him to death.
Think nothing of it. Feel better, Mr. Harrison.
That card is my ticket into the ministry. But how am I supposed to get it?
Damn, where is that confounded servant of mine?
The window's not locked.
Alright. Oh, there's an exit button. Clearly marked. Okay. I need the drugs. What do we got? Flour.
I'm no bake. An odd.
Dirty
Looks
plate.
like someone. I'm. They look
Scones.
I wonder.
Just a whole fucking turkey.
Well, if nobody else is. A little dry, but at least it's better than nothing. I can't.
Can we take
believe
more?
All this food. No time for cook. Odd. I was never much of a someone.
Okay.
I've already got a weapon. I don't think I'll be needing any more salt right now.
You know, I've already got a weapon. You mean your unloaded, dartless crossbow?
In here. I'm sure no one will notice.
Oh, cool. We got a ladle. Can you use the bucket on the water?
I can't see any reason to.
Okay.
I'm guessing this is what Harris. The bell is.
Okay, lay it on the bell.
Draw any attention to myself.
Okay, well, fine. Fine. It's reasonable, I guess. Okay. What if we get to do that thing where we put a bucket over the guy's head and hit it a whole bunch to knock him out?
I've given him a dose of vaccine. He should be back to normal by tomorrow.
Oh, joy. I'm so relieved.
If it's any help, I have some sleeping pills for him. He should be ready to take them shortly.
Good. At least that'll give me some more peace for a while. Soon enough, he'll start ringing that damn bell for everything again.
Well, I wish you luck. I need to head back to the ministry now.
Thank you, Doctor. Have a nice evening.
You too.
Okay.
I don't think drawing attention. He's got quite the artist's touch. These.
So hold on. Are the sleeping pills now here? Where do you leave them?
Looks like. Nice and sun. I haven't got time. The wind.
Are those them right there? Okay, well, let's try old bucket on the head.
He'd be in.
No.
I don't think he'd. I don't think. Nice, even if I can't do much. I don't think drawing it. He's got quite the artist's touch. No, I'm not leaving yet. This is my one chance to.
All right. What obvious thing am I missing here?
Well, that didn't do much. I'd rather. I don't see. Well, that didn't. Would you look at that? It's like a variety. I don't think I was never much. Someone made tea recently.
Can I exit the kitchen? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, my shoes are so squeaky. Oh, I can't unhear it.
I'm not. Looks like someone had. I'm no baker. An odd place to store a sack of flour. I don't see. I'd rather not. I don't see.
Oh, hold on. Using the soup ladle for its intended use.
I'd rather. My cat. That's not a good. I don't. I can't. I don't. See. Rich, cream. I just can't get enough of this. My compliments to the. One word. Delicious. It's all gone.
I ate all the soup. I got an achievement for eating it all. It's cute.
Well, that. I don't see. My cat. I haven't got time to go rifling through kitchen.
Apparently we have infinite time. This isn't Freddy Farkas.
The window's not locked, but I can't.
So I can't do anything in this view.
I can't reach. Either someone was careless. I don't see him. I don't.
What the hell am I missing here?
I don't think I'll be able. I won't be. I'm not sure. Nice looking bird. Although, interesting. Looks nice. He's got quite the artist. I don't think.
And they can't clobber him.
I'm not sure. My cast. don't think he... I don't... I don't... I don't... I don't... I don't... My trusty cross. It's out of ammo. My cast iron bucket. It's been incredibly useful over the years, especially because it's heat resistant. The pistol is only slightly damaged. It hasn't got any bullets, but the flintlock mechanism still looks like it works. Should be useful if I need to light anything on fire. This could come in handy if I decide to start up a soup kitchen. The ticket is for this. I don't see. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. I can't see any reason to lug. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. That's
what?
not a good ingredient.
Oh, okay.
I don't see.
Ah, the
I
rope.
don't see how.
Hold on.
Even with the ladle, the rope is still too.
Hmm. Okay.
It's all. I don't. I don't. I don't. That's not. I don't.
I have no idea what to do now. I can't talk to the guy up front. I can't go into the other room. I don't seem to be able to do with that anything with that window up top. I ate all the soup. Can't reach the rope. Ringing the bell doesn't do anything. What am I missing?
They're creeping up. Those vines are. Either some. I can't. Those vines are way too flimsy to. I don't.
So there's like nothing going on out here.
Those vines. I can't think of any. Looks like there's no. Nice. No.
I'm not allowed to leave yet.
He's got quite the. I don't. Nice look.
Oops.
I can't do much with the windows from here. Hard to tell. I won't be.
Okay, so there's like a wall, invisible wall, so I can't walk up to any of these.
I don't think fancy.
Can I interact with any of the other windows? Clicking on any of the windows seems to trigger the same views.
I can't think of it. Looks like I can't either.
Go back to the kitchen? Alright. I'm open to ideas. I don't quite know. You can't interact with anything until you enter, by the way. So not from the inside. Or not from the outside. So I come in. Oh. I can open that one. Okay, so what does that do? Oh, now you can hear the bell. Yeah, okay. Alright. Puzzle solved, indeed. Alright. Ring-a-ling-a-ding.
And so it begins.
Should probably get the fuck out of here.
I probably nicely. I don't think I'll fancy door.
Oh, okay. So I'm still not going into this fucking place.
You rang for me, sir?
About 10 minutes ago. What on earth took you so long?
I was...
Never mind the excuses. Just give me one of those sleeping pills the doctor gave you.
Yes, sir. Will you be wanting it with your usual lemon and elderberry tea?
That's fine.
Then if you'll excuse me, I'll return shortly.
Okay.
Finally.
Oh, okay.
I thought he'd never.
Oh, I didn't have to drug him. I was...
Quietly now.
Thank you.
So now I'm stealing an old man's only means of getting more vaccine.
The old man
really
seems like a
hope
bit of
there's
shit,
something
though.
in the Ministry worth finding, Danton.
Whilst we're here...
I don't want to risk Harris waking. He may. I'm not. It's a painting.
You're not gonna steal the painting? Why?
What?
He won't miss it.
Not a That's a fairly big bet.
Alright, fine.
Oh no. No, please.
Ah.
Of all the times.
Eh? What? Who's there? Shit! Ophelia? Is that you? They told me you were dead. Oh, my dear Ophelia. Come back to take care of me while I'm sick. I knew you would. Ophelia? Are you there, my love?
Dive out the fucking window. Fucking... out we go.
That was a little too close.
Who's up there?
I don't want to draw his attention. That must be Harrison's servant. Guess that's how he copes.
What is he... Is he drinking? What is he doing? Oh, hey, bird. Okay, so now to the ministry.
I don't see how I can use that there.
Okay.
Even if it wasn't locked, I don't think I can.
Hold on, what am I
This
looking at
card
here?
says that Silas Harrison is entitled to an evaluation with a Dr. Elliot Collins.
Okay. But I can't go in there yet. Okay. To back. Oh, did I actually miss the guard? Did I just do the guardhouse? Okay, hold on.
Excuse me.
What is it?
Keep up the...
Have a nice...
The appointment card is for Silas Harrison.
Okay. So I need to disguise myself as an old man, or... Oh! Hold on. Wait. Jimmy! Buddy! I got some work for you.
Denby, you mentioned before you were good at copying
Not Jimmy,
handwriting.
Denby. Why do I call you
Yeah,
Jimmy?
sure.
Do you think you could copy this doctor's writing?
Shouldn't be a problem. What do you need me to do?
Change the name on this card to mine.
Oh, yeah, easy. Just give me 2 minutes. There you go.
Hey, nice job. Thanks.
Hooray! Bye,
Don't
Denby.
get into any trouble.
I just...
Alright. Off we scoot. Back to the ministry. Hello, my
Excuse
name is
me.
Guy
What is
Incognito.
it, citizen?
I'm here to see Dr. Collins.
Is that so? I assume you have an appointment?
Yes, I've got my card right here.
So you do. All right, I'll open the door for
Breaking
you.
so many
You'll be
laws
checked in
tonight.
and directed to his
Many,
office.
many laws. But you know what? It's a corrupt
Enjoy
system.
your day, and I hope you feel better.
Thanks. Here goes nothing.
So swanky.
Hello, miss. May I help you?
I've got an appointment with Dr. Collins.
I see.
Is there a problem?
Well, how can I put this kindly? You don't exactly look like our normal type of visitor.
I
does that
see.
mean?
It's just the way you're dressed. It's not typical of the people we normally see here. How exactly did you get your appointment, if I may ask?
Oh,
Do we have a password? Did we have a password? Okay, try
I
and get the
guess
password.
it's because I've got the perfect life.
What? Is Danton stupid? Did she at least tell you to get a disguise?
Well, she did, actually, but I found a better way.
You do realize how much you stand out, right? If you try and see the doctor looking like that, they'll call security and have you escorted out. Then they'll start asking me questions about why I let you in, and things will only escalate from there.
So, any ideas on how I can get a disguise?
I'll have to think about it. Just don't go any further into the ministry until we figure something out.
Alright, well,
What are
let's look at
those?
some crap.
I should. Is that what the wig heads look like without their masks? If so, I can see why they never take them off. It's kind of.
Please don't touch that. It's...
Hey,
What can I...
is the central storage room accessible from here?
Sorry, I don't know. They keep the location secret, and I'm not at a high enough rank to have that information.
What's that panel used for?
It's a directory. Navigating the ministry can be a bit daunting, so it's designed to ease the process. People still manage to get lost, though. I don't know why they made this place so confusing.
So, have you thought of a place to get a disguise yet?
Honestly, the only place I can think of would be the staff locker room. It's just down the hall. Hopefully you won't run into anybody on the way there. Just look it up on the directory so you know where to go. And be extremely careful. If my cover gets blown because of you...
I'll be discreet, I promise. Thanks for your help.
It's what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Welcome to the Ministry of Medicine. Please select
Oh, that's audio.
or request directions.
Also, I'm pretty sure that's Ivy.
I'd like some directions, please.
Please state the name of the room you would like
Oh no, it's not
directions
Ivy. Yeah, is it Ivy? I think it might be.
The staff locker room?
to. 1 moment, please. Walk down the hall 2 meters, then make a left. Do you require...
Dr. Collins' office.
1 moment, please. Follow the west wing hallway 3 doors down, then make 2 rights, followed by a sharp left. It is the 4th door on the left. Do you require...
Oh, what the
Central
hell?
storage.
1 moment, please. Error. I'm sorry. Do you require...
Nope.
Nothing else.
Thank you.
Okay. Time to steal some
The
crap.
ministry seems like a pretty tight ship. I don't think I'll be able to disguise myself in this doctor's coat without raising any suspicions. But let's just see if there's anything in the pocket. Nope, nothing. I shouldn't take it. Attention employees. Please remember to lock your valuables in the provided lockers. The ministry is not responsible for lost or stolen property.
Alright.
Interesting.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
It's nice and soft. Astro brand disinfectant bleach powder. Simply pour on stains, scrub, and watch them vanish. Warning, do not use on silver, painted surfaces, walls, aluminum, or rubber. Achilles brand floor cleaner. Achilles has no weaknesses when it comes to fighting dirt. Warning, flammable. Do not store at temperatures above 30 degrees Celsius.
Okay, 30 degrees Celsius is not very hot for that.
These lockers don't have any identifying marks on. Locked. 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 This one is empty, but I can see the lock mechanism and it's surprisingly simple. It shouldn't be too tough to jimmy one of these open. I just need something thin to get in the doorframe. Locked.
Something thin, huh? Okay.
These are a pair of men's shoes. Let's see what we've got. Nothing much except a pair of shoes. They look like they might fit.
They're my shoes now.
I haven't got a... I think that... I've already got a bucket, and I'm not... Nice to see they keep this place... I'm not... Nice to see...
Can I use the card?
This should do the trick.
Oh, ha!
Nothing worth taking. Empty. Aha! This set of clothes looks promising. There are clothes in here, but nothing in here but a... Empty. Too... Nothing. Boring.
Okay, now can I go change?
Right. I'd better... Oh, that was nice. I can't remember the last time I took a hot shower.
Perfect.
Welcome to the Ministry of Medicine.
Hey.
Hey, now that's more like it. You blend right in. What can I help you with?
Thanks for your help.
It's what I'm here for.
Alright. Off to talk to the doctor.
Welcome to the...
I'd hate to be that poor guy on the... I'd hate to... A recruiting poster for the vaccine lottery. I can't... A recruiting. No need to push furniture. Looks like a.
Okay. Yeah, it was a sit down.
This is comfortable, but kind of pointless, right?
Oh, I probably need to like actually
The
talk to a person.
aristocracy, guiding. I really hope. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, but I'm in no mood to talk right now. I'm sure you understand.
Hi there. I'm Amy.
What? Oh, hello. I'm Robert. Was there something in particular you wanted?
Not really. I was just saying hello.
I see. Well, not to be rude, but I've got a lot on my mind. I'm not really in the mood for small talk.
Okay then. Forget I said anything.
All right, talk to the receptionist or whoever they have working.
Yes, may I help you?
I just want you to know.
I'm saying it to
I've got
everyone
the
now.
Perfect life.
Well, obviously you don't if you're seeing a doctor, but I'm glad you feel that way.
I'm here to see Dr. Collins.
Do you have your appointment card?
Yes, it's right here.
Great. Amy Wellard. I don't seem to have you in the registry. Is this your first visit?
Yes.
Okay, not a problem. Just fill out this form for me, have a seat, and we'll call you in shortly.
Thanks.
I'm just worried they're going to give him the maximum punishment.
I don't know what to tell you. The aristocracy doesn't take kindly to that sort of thing. Have you been able to speak with him?
No, they took him in for questioning yesterday. Not even family can see him until they decide what they're going to do.
I guess the worst case scenario is he ends up in Rockwall for a few years.
I can't believe he could be so selfish as to not even consider what this will do to his family. What am I supposed to tell my grandchildren? No, your daddy won't be home for Christmas because he was selling counterfeit lottery tickets to poor people.
That's pretty shitty.
They'll know not to do what he did.
Norman Rockwell.
Miss
Womp
Wellard,
womp.
you can go inside. Dr. Collins will be in to see you momentarily.
Hooray!
Oh, and if you need to schedule a follow-up appointment, don't forget to speak to me afterwards.
Whoa, look at this fucking place.
Cross-section of a human head. Odd, but kind of fascinating. I remember having one of those when I was a kid. Too bad it broke. There's nothing on it. I'm no doctor. That is a heck of a lot of books. Nice to know the doctor's well read, at least.
Oh, he hasn't read any of them.
They're mostly some body part or system that I'm completely unfamiliar with. Some body... There's a lot of interesting looking stuff on this table.
Anything I can steal?
There aren't any messes. That's the... No, it says, I love you, Dr. C. And
Send
the doctor would
IS.
definitely... She's pretty. Well, maybe just... This jar looks like it. I don't think one of this jars. I think the doctor... I've seen... I don't need... Huh. No, I think the dirt under my fingernails adds a certain charm to my... I guess you can't... The doctor will notice if I take this. There's lots of scribble. There's one that says, this week's CS password equals next week's surgery. That's probably important. I'll just copy it down. I probably shouldn't... Impressive. Feather quill pens are hard to come by. I don't need... I just had a shower. My hand... I just had a shower. It's nice to...
Okay.
That's the... I wrote down what it said on the doctor's this week's CS password equals next week's surgery.
So just gonna find out who's up next week. Floor cleaner. Floor cleaner, okay. And what was the other one? Bleach powder. Use that on anything?
I don't see...
Okay.
I guess that's supposed...
Okay.
I can't make heads or I can't make head...
Oops. Oh well.
Good afternoon, Miss Wellard.
Hello, Dr. Collins.
I've been informed that this is your first visit. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
You look somewhat familiar. Are you sure you haven't been here before?
Yes, I'm sure.
You must just have one of those faces. In any case, what
That's
are
concerning.
you here for today?
I have green lung. The symptoms started about a week ago.
I see. If you'll just have a seat on the examination table, I'll do a quick checkup and administer your vaccine dose. There you are. You should notice a decrease in symptoms.
Hooray! Hey, we actually got a dose.
Oh, Miss Wellard?
Yes?
I swore an oath to do no harm and heal the sick, so I would never turn away someone seeking vaccine. But I'd like to offer you a suggestion. When sneaking around other people's houses, don't stand so close to the windows. I'm sure you're aware of the consequences if you were ever caught.
Understood.
Awkward!
Yes, may I?
I'll just
Do you know
ask.
where I can...
No, and why are you
Just curious. I heard someone talking about it in the hallway.
Well, I don't think they should have been. The people in charge don't like loose lips.
I'll forget I heard anything then. I was told to schedule a follow-up appointment?
Of course. Let me just show you our calendar, and you can pick a date that works best for you.
Aha! Shit, what day is it today? Hold on. Oh, it must be the 9th. So next week's surgery. Let's see.
There's
14?
already something scheduled. It says surgery, Paul Scott, medulla oblongata. It says vaccination, Karen Schmidt. It says vaccination, Anthony Prescott. Today's date, it says house call, Silas Harrison.
This feels like a massive breach
It says
of
house call, Jerome Bromley, and underneath,
HIPAA.
surgery, Derek Cooper, appendix. It says staff meeting all day. It says vaccination, Dora Everly. It says lunch with Nero.
Alright, so
It says surgery, Paul Scott,
Paul
medulla
Scott,
oblongata.
medulla oblongata.
There's already something.
Okay.
How about this date?
Perfect. All set? See you soon, Miss Wellard.
Okay.
She obviously doesn't.
Welcome to the Miss.
Goes back to reception.
Hey,
What can I help you with?
thanks for your help.
It's what I'm here for.
So did I just hold on? Hold on.
I'm not leaving yet.
Okay, so no, I'm not leaving. I still have to do this. So how do I get to central
I
storage?
think I'd get hopelessly lost.
Welcome to the
Oh, hold on. I can absolutely.
Central.
One moment.
Password required.
I'm sorry. Do you
It would be medulla oblongata.
Medulla oblongata?
Password accepted.
There we
One
go.
moment, please. Central storage is located to the left of the administrative cafeteria. It is the unmarked door next to the cleaning closet. Do you require further directions?
No.
Thanks.
We did it.
Thank you for using this directory. Have a pleasant day.
And away we go. Okay, I can see the trolley with the box knife. See if they don't use keys, right?
To leave this box cutter here, we'll just go with the old finders keepers rule. That is one huge metal door. There has.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a diagram of one of those in a book Nelson had. When the alarm is triggered, the little clapper hits the bell and makes a noise.
Mm-hmm. So, could I use the rag on the alarm to muffle it?
There. That should muffle the alarm if it goes off.
Aha!
A Achilles has no weaknesses.
So that's flammable.
Astro simply pour on stain.
Remove stains. I got a box cutter. So look at the terminal. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we need a verification code.
This must be where the crates wind up going. I wonder what's on.
Okay. Oh.
I don't. I'm not sure how I can use those things together.
Excuse me? It's... What's not to understand? It's flammable. You have a way to make fire.
A stand. I'm not. I wrote down what this week. The piston should be. If I cut this wire, I don't know. If I don't think
Smoke
tampering
detector.
with the smoke detector.
Okay. What if I do this?
I don't think that will. The should.
Oh, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, let's get some of this cleaner in the bucket.
I love how much we use the bucket.
The cleaner will catch on fire, but there won't be any.
Need something else. I mean, fucking the bleach?
I'd rather not put. I wrote this.
Do I need the paper anymore?
This medical form will be more useful in here.
Aha!
I should put this thing down somewhere. My cat, it's got.
Put it on the floor? There we go.
This looks like a good spot.
And we're lighting it on fire.
Okay. Oh crap! What was I thinking? That was a close one. I need to find a way to stop the building alert from going off. Well, now if the alarm goes off, the alert will at least be limited to this room. Achilles asked Sim.
Okay, now do it.
Here goes nothing.
I want to know how she made it not continue to burn.
That did it. I'll put out the fire before it gets out of control.
There we go. I'm sure there's no one in here.
There's enough vaccine stored in here to treat the entire population for years.
Uh-huh.
Danton was right. The government has been lying to everyone all along.
Uh-huh.
This isn't right at all. The people need to know the truth.
And then... there it is.
Amy Wellard, by order of the aristocracy, you are under arrest for trespassing on private property, breaking and entering, theft, and tampering with official Ministry of Medicine documentation.
Don't forget vandalization of like the systems,
in Rockwall Prison.
Don't I at least get some
impersonating
kind of trial
someone
first?
else. We're here to escort you to Rockwall, not to answer questions. If you do not cooperate, we have authorization to shoot you on the spot. You are also ordered to return those stolen clothes to their proper location before leaving the ministry.
Fine, let's go.
My bucket! No! My bucket! I wonder if I can actually pick the bucket up.
Wellard, you've got a...
Oh, hello.
Good evening.
Tiberius, you can't let them keep me here.
I'm very sorry, my dear, but things are a bit complicated. I came to explain your position.
Go on then. I'm listening.
Do you remember the day we were bombed, Miss Wellard? I can recall it quite well.
I was young, but yes, I was in school. I lost a lot of friends that day. My mother, too.
My condolences. You are aware that the reason we were attacked was for control of petroleum and mineral supplies, yes?
Sure, but what has that got to do with anything?
Rebuilding our society has not been an easy task. We still have much to do. Of utmost importance is maintaining order. Do you understand this?
Then why are you telling people supplies of vaccine are limited? You could help everyone and work on finding a permanent cure.
Yes, you are correct. And if we were to cure the population and allow our society to thrive once more, what do you suppose would happen next?
It would be great.
I'm ambitious.
People could live normal lives again, not have to worry about scavenging or dying of the plague.
Of course, and when a rival nation caught wind of that prosperity and decided we had something they wanted, we would be attacked, experience the horror of war all over again. I would not wish the bombings we experienced on my worst enemy. I cannot let that happen again. I will not let it happen again. Do you understand me, Miss Willard? I'm aware that the current system is not perfect. There is a clear class divide, but we are not tyrants. The aristocracy has always striven to care for the citizens who provide aid, despite their circumstances.
Well!
In any case, I am genuinely sorry that things had to turn out this way. You did perform your job quite well, perhaps too well.
I was just doing as you asked.
I asked you to infiltrate the rebels and gain their trust. I did warn you that my protection could only go so far. You could easily have come back to me and informed me of Danton's plans to invade the Ministry.
She threatened to have me killed if I set foot anywhere near your tower. What was I supposed to do?
Informed one of my guards, sent along someone you trusted with the information. Though it hardly matters now. I've gotten all the information I need.
But how?
With this.
A gold ball on a string?
A clever listening device my soothsayer came up with. It was placed in the handle of your crossbow. I have been tracking you in order to ensure I learned the location of Danton's hideout.
That's awkward.
You've been spying on me this whole time? Why didn't you just tell me you were listening in?
It was a test of loyalty, and unfortunately, you failed. It's truly a pity. I would have loved to give you your payment. You could have continued spying, opened up a mechanic shop, serving the government. Alas, I cannot reward criminal behavior. It would not be looked upon favorably by the public. We would lose the support of citizens like Mr. Harrison.
So what, you're just leaving me in here to rot?
I'm afraid not. Order must be preserved. I find myself forced to tie up loose ends. Danton and her rebels will be eliminated. As for you, it really does pain me to have to do this. But the truth is, I have no choice in the matter. You must be executed.
What? Why?
I understand.
To make an example of you.
However, my hands are tied. I simply cannot take the risk of keeping you alive.
And what if I promise not to tell anyone about the vaccine horde?
I'm afraid you've proven to me already that I can't trust you. In any case,
that is fair.
I wish to thank you for your service. I'll make sure your execution is quick and painless. Goodbye, Miss Willard. Again, I am quite sorry.
Okay, hold on. I just want to check something. I don't think I can, but I'm gonna see if I can save my... I want to see if I can save my bucket. I don't think I can. But just for giggles. Just for giggles. So do this.
There.
Then... Niff. There.
Well.
Then combine this.
Okay.
This.
My cast iron. I've poured.
And this goes in here.
Medical form.
Did I already put the fork in?
I already.
Okay. So put that on the floor.
This looks like a.
I want to know what the bleach powder was for.
Here goes nothing. That did it. I'll put out the fire. I'll take this back for now.
Oh, I can reclaim my Mr. Bucket.
My God.
Uh-huh.
Danton was...
Yeah, secret ending unlocked, indeed. Do I get to leave? No, okay. So this is all the same, but this time I have the bucket. I don't know if I get to keep the bucket, but by God, we have our bucket.
Willard?
Goody.
Typical. Sure. Nothing would really change.
No, I disagree. Things would change for the better at first, but what would happen when a rock... I'm aware. In any case, I'm Dan. I'm in a good...
Okay.
Hmm?
Aww, no bucket. Woo. Hey, look at that, the game crashed. I mouse wheeled and it crashed my inventory. Okay, that's fun. Good thing I had a save game. The true ending. Rip. Okay, let's investigate the
Most
pile.
Of this stuff is just junk. What's this? Huh. Looks like the previous occupant at least got a dose of vaccine. Oh well, an empty syringe might be useful in a scrape. I should get rid of this stupid thing, but maybe it can help me. I'm going to need something
Long and thin, like a syringe, perhaps?
Let's see if this works. Aha! Interesting. This wire could be helpful, and it makes this thing useless to Tiberius. Seems like a win-win situation. It's just a medium length. If worse comes to worse, I could probably just hang myself with it.
Jesus.
Hey!
What are you yelling about in there?
I'm hungry. Haven't you ever heard of a last meal?
Sorry, but we don't have any food for prisoners. Most people in here don't stay long enough to justify having a last meal.
How could she hang herself? I don't know, off the light?
There's a weird bird staring at me through the window.
Yeah, sometimes they sit at the windows. Don't worry, the electrified mesh will keep them out.
Oh, that seems important.
I need to go to the bathroom.
So use the toilet in your cell. All you have to do is wave your hand over it and it'll open up.
You know, I've got the perfect life.
You do realize we know that's a code phrase, right? We were listening in on all your conversations.
Well, it was worth a shot. I'm innocent.
Please. Do you know how many times a day I hear those exact words? It's at least 200.
There's apparently an achievement for saying that to everyone, but I have no idea who everyone is.
If you were really innocent, you wouldn't be inside that cell right now.
Flawless
so
logic.
Drop it, would you?
Never mind.
Actually, I'm vaguely curious as to who I was supposed to talk to with that to get that achievement. Hold on. Shardlight. Achievement guide. Sure, here we go. Perfect light. Okay, so Reaper Cultist did that. Gus, yeah. Gordon, yeah. Brishka, yeah. Nelson, so that's everyone at the market. Claire at the cathedral. Oh, maybe I missed that one. Denby at the factory, did that one. Pop at the farm, did that one. Newsman, yes. Old man, Max Huber, yeah. The guard, the receptionist, the doctor's receptionist. The guard at the prison. Oh, hold on. There's one more. There's another person. I've yet one more opportunity. Okay. Can I touch?
Wires and water don't mix. Touching the wire directly to the electrified mesh would be incredibly...
It's gotta be a better way.
It's just... I don't think... if we're... It hasn't got any buttons or anything I can mess with on it. There is an opening at the bottom, though. This pan...
Can you use the syringe on
I
it?
don't think that will...
Can you use the wire on it?
This should fit through the opening at the bottom. There.
And then what?
What do you want? To come in here? You'd best fly away, bird. The raven looks like it's trying to get in, but the electrified mesh on the window isn't letting it. Weird. Are his eyes red?
I mean, very obviously, yes.
Hope this works. What are you doing, little guy? Well, I wasn't expecting that. What a smart bird.
I don't think it's a bird. Doop doop doo doo doo. Whee!
You have sent the soldiers to the market district?
Yes, Minister Tiberius. They're heading over as we speak.
Excellent. And the spy in the Ministry of Medicine?
Taken care of.
Oh, that's fortunate.
Good. With regards to Miss Wellard's execution, please be sure to tell the firing squad to aim for the head. Don't drag it out.
Yes, Minister
Well,
Tiberius.
that's almost kind.
Oh, such unpleasantness. I really take no pleasure in having to do this sort of thing. I just hope it will all be over soon. Good evening to you.
I dare say, as far as being a shitty aristocrat,
Empty.
he was a person of his word. Yeah, that's something.
Looks big. It's beyond repair, and the base is screwed into... If only I had some way of getting...
Can I use the syringe?
That won't help.
Can I use this thing?
That won't. I can't climb down while the guard is...
I see you, buddy.
He's looking right at me, almost like he's waiting for instructions.
Point at the guard. Aha!
I won't be able to get it.
Give me the shiny object. Assume it's a coin. Here's a coin. We've done this puzzle before.
There. Should be nice and loose now. I could easily push this over, but if it falls on the ground, the guard will definitely know I'm up here.
But what if we push it on the guard? You were joking with the magic raven? Well, here we are.
Big. I could easily... I could... I could... Ow! That hurt.
Do you see this on here?
Huh?
Now, crush the man. Oh, Jesus! I was joking! Oh, boy! Oh, no! Oh, dear. Well, our hands are not clean. But I murders the rap sheet. I mean, we've done a lot of things at this point.
Would be that door.
Well, the guard has like a gun and shit. We should probably like, you know, I don't know, take that or something.
I hope it's not too late to warn Danton. Oh no, Clem!
It might be too late.
Amy, that you?
Yes, Clem, I'm here.
Vaz.
What's this? It looks looks like there was a note hidden inside the vase.
It's pronounced vase. IESNHM view. What? Oh god, do I have a goddamn word jumbled unscramble here? Oh Christ and a cracker. Time for the thing I'm excellent at. Spelling. Okay.
No need to mess up. I don't.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say everyone's super fucking toast in here, huh? Yeah.
At least it looks like they put up a good fight. I just hope Danton managed to escape. They're beyond help. There's nothing. There's nothing I can.
Oh no!
Don't move! I know how to use this thing! Amy? What are you doing here?
I'd ask you the same thing. What were you thinking? You could have killed me.
Sorry. Pretty brutal in here, huh? I couldn't believe how many guards they sent in.
Just hand over the crossbow before you have an accident, would you?
Okay, fine. Here.
Aha! Now shoot the boy! I'll just take the noose.
I'd rather not. He hasn't. It's even more use.
Ah, here we go. We've got a blackboard. All right. Danby.
Denby?
Yeah?
You're awfully chill for a.
What are you doing back there?
I'm scavenging. Isn't it obvious?
No need to snap, Denby.
Sorry. It's just that a couple of guards came by the factory and I had to leave, so I've got no place to stay right now.
Did they see you?
No. I was able to hear them coming and got away.
What are you looking for?
I heard these rebels had some information on where to get vaccine.
And why would that interest you?
No reason.
Denby, you can tell me. You know that.
Last week, I went into the quarantine zone looking for parts to sell to Gordon and... Well, I thought I'd been careful, but this morning I started coughing up blood.
Denby, what the hell? Your mother is going to kill you.
Nah,
Great.
don't worry
It'll
about
save
it.
the green lung the
Yeah,
trouble.
okay.
I can still die pretty.
If you're desperate, fine. But why on earth did you go into the quarantine zone?
Because
Is
that's where
that-
the
is
best
that
stuff
C. Dustin, DC Dustin?
Nobody
It
goes
is.
in there, so everything
Howdy,
in the
Chef.
buildings is more or less intact.
How you doing?
It sucks, I know, but I knew the risks going in.
How did you manage to get back out? I thought it was designed to keep people in for good.
You just have to know where to look.
And that would be where? You missed me pushing an HVAC unit on top of a guard.
Where were you when the attack happened? Did you see anything?
Not all of it, no. I mean, I saw like the guards walk past and bust down the door, but once the fighting started, I got out of there. Those guys looked like they meant business, and I wasn't going to stick around to see what they were going to do.
Did you see if Danton managed to escape?
Danton? The lady with the cool hat?
Yes, that's her.
Yeah, I saw her run outside and kill a couple of guys with her sword. It was awesome.
I'm sure it was. Did you see where she went?
Nah, she ran off with a couple of guys. I didn't go after them.
Well, at least
I mean,
know
that's
she
fair.
made it out alive. What's all the stuff on the blackboard?
I don't know. It looks like a bunch of scribbles and some pegs. For all I know, it could be some kind of secret code, but I have no idea what it means.
Never mind.
All right. So let's see. You'd hope Danton not escape because she'd be super duper pissed. Yeah, she's not going to be stoked to see us. All right, so what do we got here? I got
I
H.
don't think I should pull the pegs out.
Okay. So H and M. Oh, I can use the string, right?
This rope is way too thick to wrap around.
You need something thinner. Okay.
Short...
You're world famous at this place I'm from? Are you from Brazil? Ah, yes. Yeah. Okay, fair enough, Hooker. That is actually the name of the Discord, but fair enough. Yeah. That is literally the name. I don't know why, but that is the name of the Discord. Yeah, it's the Discord for Ubby and Kiki and a bunch of people.
I'm not leaving here.
Why they called that? I don't know. I guess I never actually thought to
I'm not...
ask them.
There's nothing I can do for him now.
That makes a lot more sense. Yeah. A bunch of dirty birds. Or dirty sense of humor at the very least, but... They is what it is. Anyways, that's what it's called.
I'm not sleeping.
But yeah, hi Chef. How you doing? Not rude of the... That's fair. That is fair.
I'm not sleeping.
Okay, I need... Okay,
A
look at the
short
rope.
length of rope is much handier than a noose.
Can I do something with that? Can
I'm
I...
not... A short... Tying the rope to a bolt could be useful in the...
Okay.
A short...
Dummy.
Hey, don't look at me.
Jesus. Oh god, that guy's foot just twitched.
There's nothing I...
Okay. So, hold on.
I don't think I should... A wooden peg with a letter written next to it.
I threw it as a joke name. Kiki said absolutely thought it was a joke, but they went with it. Yep. That absolutely reads like why it would be called that. 100%. Peg F. Oh, here's an Ubby joke. Peg you. There you go. There you go, Ubby. You're not here, but you're here with us in spirit. So this rope is too big?
This rope is way too thick to wrap around the pegs. I'll need something thinner.
If we were gonna break up and effectively as a... Honestly, you could just say like Ubby or Kiki's Discord.
This rope is way too thick to wrap around.
Okay, so we need something thinner. Oh, it's a joke. Yeah, right, because you can insert different letters in there and make a new joke. That's fun. I didn't even think of that. Okay, Debbie.
Denby?
Yeah?
Never.
Right, okay.
Destroy. It's even...
Where's I-E? Am I? I can't complain. Oh, shit, that was V and U. Yeah, I can't complain. I woke up with weird neck pain at 3:30 in the morning. It took a while to go away, so I'm a little tired. But, you know, I'm surviving. Okay, so I get what I have to do here, because I can connect strings and make, like, a word or some shit.
That's not going...
But, like, can I use the syringe?
That's not going...
No. Like...
I don't think I should pull the pegs out. A short length of rope.
Cool.
A short... I'm not I'm tying... I'm...
Listen, that Discord was the International House of Donuts. Yeah, that was a better name. I said it's not my Discord, so whatever. It's fine. I'm happy to be there. The people, y'all be a little bit dirty birds, but you're decent humans, it seems. So yeah, I miss when it was more donut themed than weird porn flavor named, I guess. But
I'm not sleeping.
Okay. Is there a rope outside? Okay, we're looking around. Can't leave. Crockery. Excellent humans. Yeah.
I'm not interested in this.
Reminds me of a Patton Oswalt joke. When he talks about that some of the nicest sounding people are end up being absolute trash, and the people who sound like they're like extremely rough but actually are quite are good humans. And then he goes on as an example of I think at the time it was more talking about like LGBTQ acceptance at the time, just to date things, but the proper sounding guy is like, well, as much as I respect the right of the lesbian, gay, and bisexual and trans community, there is something to be said about the heteronormative continuation of the race. So that comes with this, and basically using like all the right words, but to basically say that being straight is better, and then switches to the other half. It's like, oh man, I don't really know much about what them gays or whatnot, but the way I see it, if you want to go and stick a man's penis in your mouth, that is up to you. And but extremely rough. I am cleaning up. There's a lot of swearing in that particular skit. But it goes on to say is like, just because someone's kind of rough around the edges doesn't make him a bad human, and just because someone's articulate doesn't make him a good one. Okay, where? I know what I have to do with that puzzle, except for the part where I need to use rope or something, and I can't find rope.
There's nothing I can.
Cause I'm very dead.
I'm not.
Anything else in the vase?
There's nothing.
Can I use the rope on anything?
That's not. I don't see how I can use that there.
If only I had a bit of copper. Oh, hold on. Wait.
It's out of my.
Ah, hold on.
Tying the rope to I've got
2 bolts. Come here, you.
I can't just go around shooting everything.
God damn it.
That's not going. I can't. It's just blown. It's out of my.
An argument with someone today who didn't understand why using blackface but not doing it in a racist way is completely racist. Yeah. I'm sorry you had to have that conversation with a person, Chef. Oh, Boise. Oh, Boise. No, I'm not doing it in a racist way. I'm doing it in like a funny way. No, don't do that. I have a hint if you wish. Maybe like I know I have to do string around the pegs. It was at 5 a.m. That's too early for bullshit. That's way too early for bullshit. Or too late. You know what? Fine. I think it's 5 a.m. is never the time to be having that kind of conversation, regardless if it is the start or end of your day. Hell, it could be the middle of your day. 5 a.m. Still a terrible time for that. Anyways, what extremely obvious thing am I missing?
There's a bunch of. Wow. Destroy. There.
You have something you don't need, but someone else wants a lot. Alright. Alright, you want a syringe, Denby?
A short.
Oh. Okay.
Denby?
Yeah?
You're absolutely sure the guards didn't see you back at the factory?
Yeah, positive. Why?
Here, take this.
You have a lottery ticket? Why would you give this away?
It's a long story, but let's just say it's no use to me anymore.
Hang on. Does this mean...
Just take the ticket and get out of here, Demby. You've got enough to worry about as it is.
Thanks, Amy.
Good luck, and may the odds be ever in your favor.
But all I have are these strings I found back here.
It's fine.
Ah, okay, there we go.
Well, I mean, you might as well take them. It's not like I'm really gonna do anything with them.
Okay, fine.
I was offended by her even thinking it could have been a conversation. She was hammered drunk and trying to sleep. Yikes. You should definitely wake her up a little too early and remind her of that. Alright, so H&M, and then IE, and then SNL. Wait, no, S, N. Then we got Vue, an interesting platform to build applications on. Because when you're doing that, you want to build an app. And then if you're first to market, you end up being the OC. And you'll effectively make your weight in gold, and then you can eventually get so rich that you can have write-offs.
Milton? Of course. That was the name of the technician in Sector 82. It's a long shot, but it's all I've got.
I spammed her Snapchat with articles about how even if you think it's funny, you're a shit person. A perfect mnemonic. I surprise myself sometimes. I mean, was it the public part of Snap? I don't use Snapchat. I actually have no idea. Would that be a public thing or a private thing? I literally don't know. I'm an old man. I don't Snapchat. So we're gonna come out into the market and everyone else is dead, right? Yeah, so fair enough. So we just don't even get to see the rest of the market now. I guess. Hold on, let's see. Nope. The market's all hooped up. Okay, so we've got the cathedral. I wonder. Hello! I've had a lot more death in my life recently.
Hi there.
Welcome. What may I help you with?
I think you should know that...
And you could have the perfect death if you embrace...
Okay.
Can...
That depends. Are you...
Yes.
Sure. If you...
No, I don't think so. Okay. You're 20. Snapchat came out in what, 2010? I have no idea, man. Yeah, wait, did you just say I'm allowed to go in? Can I go in?
Hey, where do you think you...
Inside.
Not without getting clearance from me, you aren't.
Okay, hold on, I'll let you in.
Are you...
Yes?
Sure. If you're not willing to take this...
Okay, fine. You like death, right? Well, I introduced you a lot more into the world. Yeah, exactly. I've been up close and personal with it recently. Yeah, no, Snapchat... When Snapchat came out... I don't know how old I was. How old I've been in 2010 to 2012? I would have been... somewhere around 25. Right? 20... Between 25 and 27. Somewhere in that age range. And... at that time, I was even like... I'm too old for this.
It's
And... ooh. Huh. It's interesting.
It's long.
And I'm actually legitimately impressed that Snapchat stuck around. I did not expect
Tiberius, I have news.
Go on, then.
The attack on the rebel base was mostly successful. We
Mostly.
suffered a few casualties, but we managed to eliminate the majority of the traitors.
Mostly successful?
Their leader managed to escape with a few others. She's no pushover, that one.
Yes, this much was made clear from the start. I suppose this can be considered a small victory. Although the inconvenience of finding Danton again will be great, at least we've managed to quell their growth. Very good. If that is all, you are dismissed.
Ah, there is one more thing.
Yes?
I've just checked with Rockwall, and the prisoner, Wellard, somehow managed to escape.
I see.
See, we should be telling
But Minister Tiberius
literally everyone about the
Whether
vaccines.
she is or is not none of your concern. Just do as I say and call her number. And a word of advice. Question my methods again, and I'll have you hanged from my balcony.
So who is her? It's not our number. We don't have a
Yes,
phone.
Minister Tiberius. It won't happen again.
Oh, what was that?
Now get out
That was
of
a
my
weird
sight.
moment of an event. Now turn around and talk to your jar baby.
I'm sorry you had to hear that. You know I dislike having to be unpleasant, but sometimes I'm left with no choice.
Oh, you expect me into the lottery.
Don't worry your sweet little head. You will always be safe, so long as I am here.
So who do we think's in the jar?
Attention citizens, it is now time for this week's vaccine lottery drawing. We are pleased to announce that the winning ticket number is 32111420.
Sorry, Denby.
Vaccination may be claimed at Willowdale Plaza, next to the Ministry of Medicine. Congratulations to the winner.
I don't believe it.
Really?
At least Denby will get his vaccine.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Man, we got a lot of unfortunate death in our wake, huh? This game seemed rather intriguing. Point-and-click adventure games are intriguing. They're a category that gets maligned by a lot of people. But if you like puzzle solving and good narratives...
Well, well. If it isn't Little Red Riding
Like, I would suggest them.
I don't know how you found it.
You're sensing a theme in this game? Yeah. We are the Raven.
You have a right to be angry, but I'm not your enemy.
You betrayed us. Tell me.
I mean,
why
I
would
didn't,
an ally do
actually.
Can't you understand what's happening? We've all been played. Tiberius set me up.
Isn't that a convenient excuse? I'd love to believe it, but unfortunately that's not an option right now. Tiberius destroyed our base and killed several of our people. You're the only person who could have tipped him off. You are nothing more than a liability. I let you go before, but I'm not making the same mistake twice. You're not leaving here alive.
Hold on. You have an odd way of saying thank you? Hold on. How do we get to that line? Put the thing away before you hurt yourself. That doesn't seem smart. It's your fault this all happened. That seems like a fun one to go with. This one seems like more than just a point and click. I mean, it isn't. It's still a point and click. The thing is, point and click games have come a long way since their kind of heyday back in the 90s. The narratives have gotten a lot better overall. It does help that I'm playing a Watch Eye game, which generally are very well written. But yeah, there's a lot to like in the genre. It's an interesting genre name. Yeah, I kind of Doom is a point and click game. Har har har. Yeah, you point, and then you click on things and they die. Yeah. I generally I say point and click because this is more aligned to those games back in the day, but really it is kind of an adventure game, but adventure is such a broad category, so I don't know. Anyways, I'm really enjoying it so far. What I actually like about a lot of like adventure games that I play now is the narratives are actually a lot more complex, where before they tend to be either over the top funny or like really goofy or kind of preachy. Like the ones I've been playing more recently, like Unavowed and Shardlight, and what's another one I've played recently? I don't know, I'd have to go look at the list. Still there, I guess. Like the narratives are a lot more muddy in terms of their overall morality, which I think is quite interesting. Because like you don't always get to be like the good guy. This game is an excellent example. I pushed an HVAC unit on top of a guard. A dude just doing his job and I crushed him. And like didn't even blink. So Let's see. If
You know,
anything.
threatening people is an odd way of thanking them for their help.
Help? Just exactly what have you done to help us?
Did you forget already how I risked my life sneaking into Harrison's mansion in the Ministry of Medicine? I was doing exactly what you asked me to do when I got arrested and thrown in prison. Now I'm a fugitive, all because I was trying to help you.
They put you in Rockwall? Nobody ever gets out of there. How did you escape?
It's a long story. Look, I came here to see if you were
I feel like you should be telling a long
I found
story.
a message at the old hideout because I was trying to warn you that Tiberius had located it. He tricked me. I was bugged the whole time. He heard everything, and I had no idea.
I see. I'm sorry. We've been through so much.
Wow,
in such
that
a
easy to
short amount of
convince you?
time.
Okay.
It's hard to know what to believe. So what did you find out in the Ministry of Medicine?
The aristocracy is hoarding vaccine. Crates of it. Enough to treat the whole population.
I knew it. Those bastards. Once the public hears about this... Forgive me, Amy. If I had known you were in Rockwall...
It's fine. I got out on my own. Next time, if you could stop to ask me questions before trying to kill me, I'd appreciate it. So what now?
We need time to think about our next move. This news is a lot to take in. Feel free to stay here with us if you need to. I wouldn't go wandering around out there if the aristocracy knows you've escaped from Rockwall.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Danton?
What is it?
Let's have some conversations.
There was so much vaccine. How long do you think they've been hoarding it?
I don't know, but any amount of time is too long. But at least now we have the information we need to bring about some real change.
What I'm finding interesting about this particular game is just how like we're currently sitting in the middle of a pandemic, and just there's some weird parallels and opposites going on in this narrative that I find interesting.
So, considering I almost died finding all this out, is there anything we can actually do?
For now, I'm not sure. This is a fairly important bit of information we have. One option would be to somehow hack into
Real life is kind of the inversion of the game.
Spread the word that way.
Yeah.
It would definitely be a welcome change from all those annoying propaganda.
And yet, at the same time,
lottery announcements. The only issue we face.
How do you
is
think I
some
feel?
Sort of proof to back up our claims.
Hey, Grimslav.
I think that will have to be our next course of action.
I don't know how you feel at this point. Did you write this one? I can't remember your overall involvement in this. Did you write this and program it, or just program? I don't know. I didn't check. I know you were involved in it. I just don't know. Where you are. But yeah, the government can't give enough vaccine away. True, but you wrote and designed it. Oh, okay. There you go. Ben did the art. Okay. But what I will say is there is still a portion of the aristocracy that is working to actively prevent people from trusting the science and stuff. So like, there's some, like I said, as much as it's an inversion, there are a couple little parallels.
Wait a minute. The lottery is rigged? Are you positive?
Yes. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but the vaccine hoarding isn't the first secret the government has been keeping.
Ruh-roh.
The aristocracy knows exactly who is assigned to each ticket and can keep tabs on them if the need arises.
Why didn't you mention this earlier? You knew I had a ticket.
Yes, I know, and I'm sorry. I didn't think you were in danger until we were attacked.
Oh no. Denby.
What?
I gave my ticket to my friend Denby. They called my number just before I came down here.
Crafty bastards. They probably figured you'd give your ticket away. If someone else shows up to claim the vaccine, they'll take him in for interrogation to find out where he got it from.
I have to stop him before he gets to Willowdale Plaza.
You plan to enter that nest of vipers?
I do. I don't suppose you'd care to help.
We've taken a heavy hit. I'm sorry, but I just can't spare anyone right now.
We're past that part. Which part? The part where I crushed a man with an HVAC unit?
Godspeed, Amy.
Or...
You managed to get to him before the aristocracy does. I wouldn't wish a government interrogation on anyone.
Hey, what was I supposed to do with the floor bleach? Or not the floor bleach, the polish bleach.
Danton?
What is it, Amy?
Because I picked that up, but I don't know how I was supposed to use
You
it.
mentioned having lost a lot of people.
Nothing? Okay.
About 6.
Also, I'm sad we lost our
But there
bucket.
were just too many guards. We had no choice but to escape. This attack has left us severely weakened. It's going to be a while before we're able to even think about striking out against Tiberius. Thankfully, Clem managed to warn us before they stormed the hideout. If it hadn't been for him, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Clem was a good man.
That he was. He'll be sorely missed.
Of all the places to hide, why here?
It seemed like the last place the aristocracy would look. As long as we keep the reactor running, they'll have no reason to bother sending anyone snooping around.
Oh, give Demi the ticket? Yeah, Pokemon Freak had to give me a hint.
He deserves a proper burial.
Which, like, once I got
Okay.
that vague hint, I was like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, of course, because you got the green lung. Sure. But, like, in my head, so my problem with that particular puzzle is just, like, it's a lottery, and you don't know it's rigged until after the fact. So I was like, why would I give him a lottery ticket? The odds of him winning are, you know... well, I don't actually know what the odds are. I don't know how many people are doing fucking lottery jobs for the rich and famous, but I didn't think that. I was trying to figure out a way to take the rope apart so that I could get string.
We'll talk.
Okay.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Good of you to ask.
I don't need to...
Yeah, that's what everyone thinks? Yeah. But I mean, it was just a vague hint that I kind of needed. Once I was like, I have to give someone something, I was like, oh, okay, well.
She's really jumped in, hasn't she?
Yes, we could use more people like her.
So I should have had the strings in the vase and have Demby give you the note? Yeah. Yeah, that would track.
Damn it, I'm too late. Maybe I can still get to him before they do anything too drastic.
Alright.
I haven't got time for that. An ad for Particle Cola.
Particle Cola! Drink it up, it's got particles!
Cigarettes. I think Dad used to... This ad is... I haven't... That's where the vaccine... I haven't got time for that. I haven't got time for that. This is the right place. But definitely... I bet that fountain looked really nice when it was working.
Alright, off we go.
The bottom floor of this building seems to be pretty wrecked. People must have enjoyed sitting. I can't tell what it says, but reminds me of the one in the Ministry of Medicine's lobby. There's no bark. It's way too smooth to be able to get a...
But what if?
Right.
But what if? Aha! I've played Thief.
I really hope this holds.
What is it that the threat Demi doesn't actually know anything of value? Yeah, they're 100% going to torture him regardless.
Why are you doing this to me? I haven't done anything wrong.
I'm afraid your assessment is not entirely correct, young man.
I should have known this was Tiberius.
Also, I do want to say, I adored
You had in your
Abe's
possession
acting
a
in
ticket
this.
for the vaccine lottery, which was not issued to you. We cannot have the order of our system disrupted by people stealing tickets from those who earned them fairly.
Like, I always enjoy Abe, but he always tends to be a bit more campy, but he's doing this character, like,
Keep in mind,
really
we
good
value
justice.
Truth above all else here. Lying will have severe consequences.
I found it.
You found it.
Yeah, in the place you guys raided in the market district.
It looks as though we will be here for some time still. Alphonse?
Alphonse.
Perhaps you'd care to tell me the truth this time. I quite hate having to do this.
He loved playing a villain, I bet.
I need to help Denby, but how?
Now, what if I had a crossbow? Oh, hold on.
I am telling you the truth. I got it in the rebel headquarters after you guys raided it. Can you let me go now?
I would love to let you go. I really would. However, you are omitting the fact that you have had multiple contacts with Amy Wellard, a known rebel, and the person who gave you that ticket. If you tell me Miss Wellard's whereabouts, this can all end now.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well...
Alphonse!
No, I...
The government is your friend.
Do I have to kill Denby?
However, it is not a friend to liars.
Damn it! Whatever. There should be an E at the end there.
This as long as necessary. If I were in your position, I would either
I could probably kill
speak or
Alphonse.
hope there was someone
Or
around
Denby, I
to
think.
end things for me.
All right.
Okay.
Ah, it seems I was.
Amy, why did you?
I'm afraid our young man has served.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I was left no choice, Miss Wellard. Do not make his mistake.
Don't talk to me, you monster.
I understand your anger, but drastic measures are sometimes necessary to preserve order. Now, please, don't try anything foolish. I don't want any more bloodshed if I can avoid it.
If only I had another crossbow bolt. Okay, hold on.
Going somewhere?
Yes, and you're in my way.
You really are a feisty one.
You should try shooting Denby. I'm going to. I have to. Hold on. Load. There's just no point to reload
doing
there.
This as long as necessary. If I were in your position,
Sorry,
I
my
would
dude.
speak or hope there was someone around to end things for me.
Oh God, Denby.
Don't worry, I've done this before.
Ah, it seems Miss Wellard met my expectations after all. Quite noble of you to put the boy out of his misery, Miss Wellard. A true mark of your character. A shame no one can do the same for you. Now, please, don't try anything fool.
Oh, I got an achievement for that. Cool, also gross.
Going somewhere?
Yes, and you're in my way.
You really are a feisty one.
Don't you aim a bit lower and just shoot the bad guy, right? Why can't I just get a different angle? Okay, so where am I going now? What am I doing? What am I calling this one? I assume that's what I'm doing. Can I stab you? I stab you in the face?
Oh God.
Oh, cool!
Not now. Not after all this.
I have become death. Stabber of eyeballs.
Relax. I've come to ease your pain.
I'm?
You been in to check on her today?
Not yet. I wanted to give her some time on her own. Her breathing's been getting stronger.
Okay.
Wouldn't surprise me if she's on her feet in the next day or two.
She's just lucky you found her when you did. What the hell do you suppose she got up to make the wig head so keen on finding her?
I don't know. They've seemed to ease up a bit at least. They're not patrolling the market district anymore, but the posters are still up. Have any more guards been here?
Not after I sent the first one packing.
What I really want to know is how she...
You know, I'm right here.
Amy!
Stone the Ravens.
How are you feeling?
Nevermore.
Like hell.
You shouldn't be on your feet too long in your condition. Come over here and sit. We'll have a talk.
How long was I out for?
About 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
That's...
What?
Oh, God.
Yeah. It was touch and go for a while, but I
Oh,
knew
but
you'd
my
make it.
my month of vaccine.
Just like your dad.
Exactly how did I end up here?
That's the thing. We don't really know.
What?
Pop sent me out into the field to pick up some of the sheep carcasses. I just found you lying there next to the fence. You remember what happened to you?
Not really. No.
What's the last thing you do remember?
I mean, all of these are true.
I saw the Reaper.
Come again?
The Reaper. I was laying on the ground bleeding out, and he appeared.
You're not gonna go all zealot nutjob on me, are you? You know the Reaper's just a myth.
But I also know what I saw. It was definitely him. He's real. He came over to me and said he had come to ease my pain. He was dressed all in black, had a skull for a face, bony hands. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
You sure the blood loss didn't make you delirious? If what you saw was actually the Reaper, the stories say that you should be dead. I can tell you firsthand that this ain't heaven. So who was it that fixed you up and brought you to us?
It's him. I just know it.
Well, I think we should just forget about it. What matters is that you're alive and safe here with us.
I'm not staying here, Gus. There's too many questions I need answered. The Reaper didn't let me die. I need to know why.
Good rhyme.
I need to talk to those cultists.
You don't want to go near them, Amy.
Look, I know you don't understand what's happening. I'm grateful for you looking out for me. I am. But I need to find the truth. Please accept that.
Bad idea. The aristocracy's been looking for you.
I can handle myself.
You just spent the past 3 weeks in bed. Do you want to get yourself killed?
What do I really have to lose at this point?
Amy, please.
Well, if you're set on it, you know there's no stopping you.
Reach out for the truth. Yeah, we've been molded.
Amy, please take care of yourself. We can't lose you two.
I'll try my best.
Here, take this bolt. I know it's not a lot, but I can't send you out there unarmed.
Thanks.
You act like a crossbow is a good weapon.
Now's not the time. I don't think. I'm not gonna look through. I'm pretty sure that used to be. So I'm being hunted by the aristocracy?
They've eased off a bit, but they were really cracking down a couple of weeks ago. I've had to avoid the market district for a while, just because I was sick of being harassed every day.
If you don't need to worry about reloading, since no one wants to give you meaningful ammo, then it's pretty good. I guess.
Glad. You've got yourself some pretty loyal friends.
Thank you. I'm sorry to have caused you trouble. Are your sheep doing any better with the blue burglar?
As a matter of fact, they are. A week after I planted it, it was sprouting up everywhere. And the sheep love it. Too early to tell just yet, but I think we might just be okay for next season.
Glad to hear it. Anything else I should know about the Reaper cult?
Just that you should stay away from them if you can help it. I don't want to see you dancing around chanting mumbo-jumbo.
Come on, Pop. Amy's got a good head on her shoulders. You know she's not capable of being taken in by people like that.
I've seen some people I thought were pretty level-headed get swept up in their nonsense. I don't know what they're drinking, but be careful, Amy.
I'll be fine. Both of you. Relax.
Don't worry, I've only got like 2 weeks of life left
I really
anyways.
should be going.
Come back anytime.
Please be.
Okay.
Nothing in there.
Alright. Up we go.
I'll see you guys later.
Take care of yourself.
Okay, so...
Hello, Marishka.
Amy, get away from here. Guards are looking for you. Be careful.
Thanks for the warning, Marishka.
Please go, Amy.
Alright. Let's go to the well. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Nelson.
Amy, you shouldn't stick around too long. The guards have been looking for you.
Okay.
see you later.
I don't need to know any of that stuff right now because I already did all that. Okay. And there's the Reaper cultist guy. We'll get to that. Oh no! Oh no, he's not there. That's upsetting.
No, it needs.
Alright, let's talk to you.
May
I help you?
Do you know where the Reaper is?
Believe me, if I did, I'd be gone already.
I think I need to worship the Reaper.
Well, this is certainly a different attitude from the last time we spoke.
Yeah, well.
If I may ask, what caused you to change your mind?
I saw him, the Reaper.
Oh, only one person has seen the Reaper and lived, and
Uh-huh.
that is our founder.
Oh, yeah.
Surely you haven't...
Please, so much.
I can give you
Yeah,
any
yeah.
information you need, but if you want to join the Acolytes, you'll need to be a little more serious about it.
Fine.
I'm ready to join. I promise.
Are you? What troubles you?
Green lung.
All this time, I've just been trying to survive, but compared to everything else that's been going on, it seems kind of pointless now. I mean, my green lung vaccine will be wearing off soon. 2 of my friends are dead because of me, and the government wants my head. I just don't know what to do anymore. I don't know how to keep living like this. I'm lost. I need help, and I don't know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right. You came to the right place. Go talk to Claire in front of the cathedral. Tell her you are ready. Good luck on your journey to death, young lady. May the Reaper take you swiftly and peacefully.
I'm gonna stab the Reaper in his eyeballs.
Thanks.
I'm good at it. I have a weird penchant for extreme violence. I didn't even know I had it in me until now. So what's up with the salt flats? This is friggin' train.
Looks like this train has been here a long time. I wonder when the last time it...
Like...
It's locked.
This is where you got salt? Yeah, but we can still come here. So we're not done with it yet. Have some salt?
I don't think I need... It's way...
Because this is using kind of the Blackwell style map where, like, as things are not really required anymore, they get eliminated off the map. But I can still go to the salt flats, so we're not done with it yet. Alright, you top hat wearing asshole. Let me in.
Welcome. What may I help you with?
I...
Are you alright? You seem troubled.
I don't know. Things have just been so hard and...
It's okay. You're safe here. Tell me what's happening.
I'm just
Propeller
trying to make
spins.
things right,
Nope.
but every time I think it's getting better, something worse happens.
I did shoot
didn't
another
want
person
any
in the
of this
head.
to happen. I just wanted to fix my dad's car
guess the
before
gut.
I die.
So you're dying then?
Yeah, I don't have long.
Then, are you ready to die?
I think so. Yes. I just want to see my loved ones again.
Say no more then. Go inside and speak with our leader, Jess. She'll be glad to welcome you to the Acolytes.
I'm scared, Claire.
That's entirely natural. Just know that you are safe here.
Uh-huh.
Nobody wants to hurt you. You're in welcome arms.
Uh-huh.
May death come to you swiftly, fellow seeker.
Oh, good, children.
Ah, young lady. I'm so pleased to see you've decided to join us here. Please, make yourself at home and feel welcome. The Acolytes of the Reaper are glad to have you here to celebrate with us and await your time of passage to the Promised Land.
Uh-huh.
Follow me and have a seat. You're just in time to hear the daily affirmation.
Alright, like, this is a cult. I should be remembering these things.
Brothers and sisters, as another sun sets, we seek comfort
Oh, hi,
in the
Avie.
knowledge that we are all one day
Pretty sure it's
closer
Ivy.
to the Promised Land. Although no members of our flock have taken the great journey today, tomorrow still awaits. Always remember that no matter how terrible things may seem for us here, the Promised Land will heal all our pain and suffering.
Where's her
We
top
are
hat?
all
Indeed!
born into this struggle, to come so far and end up returning to dust. Now let us join together in a moment of silence to honor the Reaper and pray for a visit from him soon.
I don't understand. Like... I like how we're just fucking looking around.
Let the music and celebration begin.
I don't
May
understand.
death come swiftly for
So
us
it's not
all.
a death cult in the drinking the Kool-Aid sense. But everyone here is just like, boy, I hope today something falls on my head, like an HVAC unit.
I shouldn't bother them. Real marble. Nice. I wonder if playing dress up with statues is considered sacrilegious.
Hello, child.
Hello there.
Hi,
What's your name, kiddo?
Maggie. What's yours?
I'm Amy. How old are you, Maggie?
Celebration of death? Yeah,
That's kinda
that's
young to be
kind
in
of
a
what it
place
feels
like
like.
this.
Mommy brought me here. she's been coughing and tried to get better. Then I started coughing too. She says that if I pray to the Reaper, I won't hurt anymore.
Cool.
When did you start living here with the
Cool
other
and good.
the other worshippers?
About 2 weeks ago, after Daddy died, Mommy and I were really sad. But one day, she went out to the market, and when she came back, she said she'd found a way for us to be with him again. So we came here and met all these nice people. Sometimes I still feel sad, but they help me feel happy again.
Have a good day.
May the Reaper take you!
Cool. Yeah, so this is not so much a we're gonna drink a Kool-Aid and I'll die at the end of the month kind of thing. It's more just like, hey, can't wait for death to show up. But I don't understand, why aren't people more
So what made you decide to follow the Reaper?
suicidal in here?
As you probably noticed, I'm no spring chicken. I lost my wife on Blast Day. My children both died of green lung this year.
I'm so sorry to hear
It's not their place to take the life.
Why would
I
you
guess
say
it's
that?
still sacred.
There
Like
was
that's
much
it's like
suffering in their lives.
you don't do his
Yes,
job,
it was
or its job,
sad
I
that
guess.
They left this world so early, but the Reaper tells us true. There is a better world beyond this one. To grieve for them when they are in the promised land.
It's an interesting
makes
kind of
no
dichotomy to it.
I'll see you
To
later,
want to
Marvin.
be
May
to want
death
to
come
be
for
made
you
dead,
swiftly, Amy.
but at the hands of something else. That is interesting.
I'm sorry, but only
And this shit's allowed back there. Blah blah blah. Okay, cool. Ooh, I saw a sparkly thing.
That does not look... This wreckage is horrifying, but maybe there's something I can use.
Yoink.
There's a loose piece of shrapnel here with a sharp edge. You can never have too many weapons.
It's true. Now I got a stabbing fork.
Hi there, I'm Amy. I'm new here.
I thought so. Welcome into the Reaper's embrace, Amy. I'm Ellie.
What brought you to join the Acolytes?
When my family found out I had green lung, they kicked me out. I wasn't angry at them, but I felt so alone. I hated the idea of dying with so many things left unfinished. But then Jess found me and took me in. She told me the word of the Reaper. I was so happy to learn that I could find a better life after death, that this was only one step in a larger plan. It's so much better to die happy and among friends than alone with no guidance.
Have you seen your family again?
My mother saw me preaching in the market once and ran away. They don't understand, but it's their choice not to. I have all the family I need here.
I'm going to go now. We'll talk later.
At least in this
Have a
game,
blessed day. May death come for you swiftly.
the idea of believing in an afterlife makes a lot more sense. Because, like, boy howdy, does the current existence really, really honk. So, I guess the idea of being like, well, if you pray to the Reaper, you get to go into the next stage, which doesn't suck. I can see the appeal. It makes a lot more sense in this universe.
Yes, but I had some questions for you.
I'll be happy to answer.
Okay, what do you got?
So, what is it you do in here?
We wait for our appointed times, when the Reaper will appear to us and guide us through the ether to the promised land. Every one of us has an expiration date, if you will. We
I will
gather
not.
here and hope that ours will
At worst,
be
you go to
this
oblivion, you're
very
better
day.
off. Yeah,
When
yeah.
one of us
Like,
does
yeah.
pass on, we celebrate them and ask the Reaper to consider us for the next journey. In the meantime, we enjoy each other's company and express our adoration for the Reaper and his grim task.
Is there a reason?
I love the voice acting
As
direction
a sign
for this
of
guy.
reverence and respect, our leader has described the figure of the Reaper to us many times. He wears a tall black hat and long robes. You must have noticed the symbol we have adopted to represent him incorporates the image of the hat.
I did notice that. Yes.
Oh, that's why you
By
got the top
wearing
hats.
these hats, we feel a closeness, a kinship.
So do you have an on-site haberdasher, or...?
Jess doesn't wear one.
She chooses not to. Her reasons are her own.
Can anyone join your group if they want to?
Yes. Anyone who is prepared to face and accept the inevitable is welcome to join us.
How do you know when people are ready?
The sincerity of wanting to die can't be easily faked. When I first spoke with you, you clearly weren't ready. It was easy to tell when you were.
Isn't it possible to misjudge?
Of course. But most people who aren't truly ready to die don't normally stay in the flock for very long.
Ominous
It
phrasing.
has happened before, and it's a pity to lose them, but hopefully they will return someday.
What brought you into the flock?
I was looking for solace. Last year, I lost my entire family to green lung. I was devastated. And
Does
one
anybody
day,
die in this not to a green lung? Like, you know, stuff falling on your head or breaking your ankle or something?
She told me about the Reaper, how we shouldn't fear death, and my eyes were opened. Rather than mourn my family,
Shaka when the
I should
walls
be
fell.
happy for them. After all, isn't there no better reward than to be taken from this miserable world to someplace better? They
Dude, yeah,
have known
yeah,
the
there you go.
Reaper and
HVAC,
seen
Russell
his
bolts, needles to the eyes.
benevolence. All I can do is hope for the same.
I'm just a whirlwind of Reaper job.
My future lies in the next world, and the Reaper will take me there when the time comes, so I may be with my loved ones again. Does that answer your question?
Yes, I think it does.
I think you will find that many of my brothers and sisters joined for similar reasons.
I'll speak to you later.
I look forward to it.
Excuse me?
Yes?
Are you the leader of the Reaper cult?
Indeed. My name is Jess. Welcome. I'd prefer it if you didn't use such a pejorative word.
I was actually gonna wonder if she was gonna say,
We're
like,
the
hey, maybe
acolytes of
not
the
cult.
Reaper. Please address us by that name, if you would.
Of course. I'm sorry. My name is Amy, by the way.
A pleasure, Amy. May you find the peace you seek here.
How come you don't wear a hat like everyone else?
I have my own reasons, and they're personal. Please don't be
Dandruff?
offended if I choose not to share them.
It's
Not at
dandruff,
all.
isn't it?
I was just curious. So, why is there a plane sticking out of this church?
The story goes that on the day the world ended, there was an airplane flying overhead that got caught in the blast. It
Makes
ended up
sense.
crashing into this cathedral, killing all those on board as well as everyone inside the building.
That's awkward.
Awful.
Is it? They were spared the misery of the world after the catastrophe. I rather envy them, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tell me about the Reaper.
Alright.
Of course. Was there anything in particular you wanted to know?
Who is he?
He is our savior, the shepherd, the psychopomp. He
Sorry,
is
the what?
one who would lead
What was
us
that
to
last
the
word?
promised land,
The
life
fuck is a
beyond.
psychopomp? Is that a real word?
Heaven?
It has many names. Heaven, paradise, nirvana, the promised land.
Yeah, I played Final
Whatever
Fantasy
the
VII
names
too.
vary, the concept remains the same.
Can you be sure it will be better? Or that there even is a promised land?
Psychopomp
If
sure
what
is.
lies beyond death is nothing but oblivion, it would still be better than this world.
Well, hey, look, Oblivion! Poker Freak, are you reading ahead?
What does the Reaper do?
He removes us from the misery of this life and takes us beyond.
How?
Green Reaper's a
Legion of
psychopomp. The entity who
ravens
guides your soul to the
patrols
alpha.
skies and searches for the sick and dying. They appear to those who are near death and summon him.
Ravens?
Yes, ravens with red eyes that refuse to sing.
I've just done a lot of research for our campaign. Oh, Lord. I can't wait to meet actual death.
Actually.
Then consider yourself lucky, Amy. You are not long for this world.
What's your reason for worshipping him?
I was once a non-believer, but I had an experience many years ago that changed everything.
What happened?
I saw him, and I lived. At first I didn't know why, but in time I came to understand. I was chosen. It became my duty to spread his word. Death is coming for us all. We must embrace it rather than fear it.
Does that mean you're a suicide cult?
I asked you not to use that word.
Right, sorry.
And no, we are not. To die by our own hands would disrupt the Reaper's pattern. We all have our allotted times, and expediting those would anger him. So we wait.
Poker Freak, you had like this whole section pegged. Amazing.
Do you know where I can find the Reaper?
Your time will come. Just be patient.
No, you don't understand. I've already seen him. I need to find him again.
You've seen him?
Yes, a few weeks ago.
It's just basically Mythology
Did
101.
he speak to you?
He did. He said he was going to ease my pain.
And yet, here you are.
When I saw him, I was fighting for my life. It took me 3 weeks just to stand again. I didn't want to die. Now, I don't know. I just want to see my friends and family again.
I'm sorry you've been through so much. You need to find out why you were robbed of your passage to the Promised Land. You need to have the vision.
The vision? Capital T, capital V.
For those who seek communion with the Reaper, it will allow you to speak to him and ask whatever questions you want. Go through that door there. It will lead you to a courtyard.
The vision
Sit on
TM.
the bench.
TM, TM, TM,
Underneath
TM.
it, you will find a decanter. Drink from it. You will soon go into a deep trance.
Aw, hell yeah.
If you are lucky,
We're gonna get so high. Go down a
That's all I
K-hole or
wanted
something.
to know about the Reaper for now.
Very well.
Have a good day.
May death come to you swiftly, fellow seeker.
Alright. I'm glad she heard us say, like, yeah, we saw the Reaper, and her first response was, oh, I'm gonna have to off you. There's the decanter.
I wonder if that's someone's grave.
Nope, just decorative.
No coins in it, unfortunately. Nice. I bet it was even prettier when it was operational. I'd really rather not. It's pretty, but also kind of scary.
Let's read the plaque.
She watches o'er us all, protecting with her light. Though shadows may grow tall, she won't give up her fight.
No coins in it, according to my telepathy. Indeed. Alright, let's chug lug.
I'm so glad Gus and Pop aren't here to see this. Ew.
Chug, 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 chug. Oh wow, you just drank all of it. You're only supposed to drink a little bit of it. Oh boy. Now we're going to Moonside.
Oh, my head is swimming. What was in that decanter?
Amy.
That sounded like Clem?
You've sure had
Hey,
a hell
Lim.
of a time, huh, Amy? How are you holding up? You know what you have to do now, right?
I don't
You have to
know.
kill them all.
I'm just ready to give up.
Don't do that just yet. I can help you. Follow me.
Whee!
I'm supposed to follow. Take off the mask? I know that face from somewhere. I don't
How many
think I can
masked
reach it.
people do you
I don't
know?
even think it's just.
Alright, down the hole. You.
Why are we here, Clem? I
Oh
thought
good, it's
whole
the 4
point of
people we
this
meet in
was
heaven.
To talk to the Reaper.
You've got some jumbled thoughts going around your head. You need to get those sorted out.
How am I supposed to do that?
There's some folks who will help you with that.
Hey, Amy.
Denby.
Hello again, Wellard.
Oh God,
And
not
then
you
Melton?
again.
Hey, kiddo.
Dad.
Oh, okay.
Each
well.
of them is here to help you put your thoughts together. I'll just leave you to it. See you soon, Amy.
Bye, Elam.
Denby, I'm so sorry. I didn't want to kill you. I just couldn't bear to see you suffer like that.
Hey, don't apologize. It's not your fault. What you did was for the best. There's something I need to show you. Come with me.
Okay.
What's going on?
You know how you've been seeing all those ravens?
Yes, something has been bothering me about them.
Could be the red eyes.
So think about it. What exactly is it about them that's bothering you?
A raven with red eyes. This is like the one that helped me escape Rockwall. Hang on, I didn't realize just how crazy that sounds. How could a bird help someone escape from jail?
I don't know. Seems kind of weird to me, too.
Uh-huh.
It's just a regular raven, like the ones I saw at Fripp Square and Pop's farm. All they do is wait to eat things and make noise.
Sure, that's what ravens do, isn't it?
It doesn't make sense. The ravens I've been seeing with the red eyes, I've never seen another living thing with eyes that glow like that.
What sort of things have you seen that do?
Shards, electric lights, artificial things.
That's right.
So that means these ravens aren't real?
Makes sense to me.
Oh, that was a weird
But they
hang.
fly, and they clearly understand commands.
Whoops.
Of course. They're mechanical. But if that's the case, who's controlling them?
Excellent question. You'll find an answer, I'm sure. You should head back. Don't forget what we talked about.
I won't.
Honey, I had that figured out from the get-go. It's like glowy
Miss you
red
too,
eyes.
Amy. Take
They're
care of
obviously
yourself.
fake.
Very good, Amy. Now jump.
Okay. Superman jump.
I thought I killed you.
Indeed. And I almost killed you. Luckily for me, that moment lives on in your memory. Let's go revisit it, shall we?
Sure, I would love to see how I stabbed your eyes.
You
Ooh.
know, I thought you were done for after our little disagreement.
I like the syringe,
And
it's
when
nice.
The Reaper swooped in. Pure poetry. What was it he said to you, anyway? I'm dying to know.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, is that all?
No. No, he said something else, just as I was blacking out.
That's right, he did. What was it?
I can't remember.
Can't remember or don't want to remember. Mental blocks sure are problematic, aren't they?
You know, this guy's got a lot of arrogance for someone who I literally stabbed their eyes out.
Talking to myself isn't going... I can't get to him. You're in my way.
Yes, that's the nature of mental blocks. What are you going to do about it?
I'd rather not get... There's... I'm really sick of you.
Just gonna do this again, huh?
It's probably...
Please kill him again. No problem.
I've come to ease your pain. I'm a doctor.
Oh.
Doctor?
Huh. Interesting twist.
Dad, it's great to see you again.
Great to see you too, kiddo. How have you been?
I've been better. How come you never told me you were a rebel?
Becoming a rebel was my choice to make. I wanted you to live as carefree as possible. The less you knew, the more time you could spend playing with your friends.
Detective?
Being a kid.
I think
Detective
I
Gus?
Now, come on. We've got work to do. Right. Let's get back to work. It's been way too long.
I don't need to... It's running fine. I'm not even sure it's...
Alright.
Okay, let's get to work.
Ah, crap. I completely forgot. Gordon brought that fan in before. Said it was giving him trouble.
I'll take care of it. Shouldn't be more than a couple minutes.
That's my girl. Hey, the old girl's looking almost finished. You've done a great job restoring her, kiddo.
Thanks. It hasn't been easy.
We sure had some great times working on her, didn't we?
Let's see here. There, kid stuff.
Good going, kiddo. Now we can focus on the car.
Can we?
Right. Now we can get started.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you just know it? If it's not one thing, it's another. Nelson's pump was always
Distraction
giving him
zone?
problems.
Indeed.
I'll take care of it.
Doing all these things except doing the one thing I want to do.
This shouldn't take too long. Done. No sweat.
Nice one.
This is my work experience, isn't it everyone's?
Finally, we can get started. Have you been able to find the missing parts?
Daddy, I'm so sorry. I wanted to finish fixing it. I wanted to have something to remember you by. But but I've been so busy running the shop, and then I got sick, and I don't think I'm going to live long enough to be able to do it.
Hey, now, none of that. It's all right. You've been dealt a horrible hand. Worse than most. And you've been so strong through it all. An old car isn't worth your life, kiddo.
I just feel like I'm failing you. I'm so sorry.
Failing me? Amelia Grace Wellard, you stop that
That's a good
nonsense right
name.
now. You've already done more with the rebels than I ever did. It's gonna change the world. You've got too much left to live for. Too many people depend on you. You can't give up here.
Okay, I know you're right. I think I just needed to hear someone say it. Thank you, Daddy.
I'm your dad. It's what I do.
It was great seeing you again. I love you.
Love you too, sweetheart.
I love the Superman jump.
Get everything sorted?
I think so, yes.
Great. Time to send you back.
Thanks for all your help, Clem. I'm sorry about...
Don't you worry about that, Amy. I went out helping the rebels. Couldn't have asked for much more than that. Now you get yourself back, and you do your part. I know everything will turn out fine.
Well, we'll see. Now we get to go through the door? Oh. Could I have gone down the path? Probably not.
That was intense, but I only have more questions. I've got to find the Reaper. Only he has the answers.
Good news!
Wait a minute. Where did you come from? Okay, you've obviously brought me something. Let's have it.
Lady Twinner Montgomery White. Painted over a period of 6 weeks, White's portrait of Lord Reginald Twinner's daughter was his last major piece before turning to a career in medicine. Renowned for the expression in her face, White admitted that the lady's eyes concealed some secret. What that may be has been the subject of much speculation. One of the better-known modern portraits, it remains in the Twinner family private collection. Okay. Alright. I think we're going to call it there for tonight. Sorry, it's a little past midnight. Seems like a good enough break as anywhere. Or breaking point, I should say, as anywhere. So we will revisit this again next week. We know how to extract secrets from eyes. Kinda. We definitely know how to make sure that eyes can't see any more secrets. Yeah, so, okay, well, this has been a lot of things that happened in this game in a relatively short amount of time. But yeah, good news, there's at least one more full stream left. Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me tonight. I'll be back tomorrow with more Everspace, because we got a couple sectors to explore, and then I don't know, try and knock out some of those challenges and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll have some fun shooting space pirates, etc. tomorrow. There's probably a side quest or something in there too. Anyways, that is gonna do it. So hold on, I'll quit this. I wonder if that's gonna cause the stream to struggle at all. No, interesting. I don't understand the frame drops. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna do it for me today. So as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, wear your goddamn mask, schedule your vaccinations if you can, and I will see you later.